rough year for me because that's when I knew I was knocking on doors and just everybody was like, yeah, you're good, but we don't want them to put a hood on you. And I got released by Lucha Underground that year. And I was like, there's nothing for me in wrestling right now. I was about to quit like completely. And I went and asked a friend that is a referee if there's an opportunity to do referee for WWE.
Oh, wow.
I just wanted a paycheck, honestly. Didn't want to be hustling. I was tired of hustling. I was tired of people not giving me an opportunity or saying that I wasn't a draw, which that's one of the things that pisses me off the most. Because every time I told them my fee and I showed up, people will drive 5-10 hours from wherever they were to come and watch me. So for people,
can you do me a favor? Explain what a draw is when people say that to our listeners.
But when you're not a draw, it means that you can't sell tickets. Like you're not popular enough. Like I didn't have the name. I wasn't a second generation wrestler. I wasn't in a mainstream TV show. I was just an independent professional wrestler who'd been hustling for 5-6 years, who owned her own professional wrestling company before called Sabotage, because nobody was giving us an opportunity in California. And I was like, fuck it, we're going to make it happen. So it didn't matter. It was just nothing that we were doing like really matter. And I was getting tired of it. So I asked for that. WWE reach out and they're like, are you ready to hang up the boots? And at that point I was like, I don't care. At this point, I don't care. And then Sexy Star just started doing MMA. And she did a crossover. Then they Combat Americas was Combat the Global now. We're looking for another one. And they were like, are you interested? And I was just like, yeah, why not? I mean, I do jiu-jitsu. Like, how hard is this? Damn, I didn't know what I got myself into. Like, that really, honestly, like, grounded me. Like, having to do MMA grounded me so much in terms of in getting in the square circle right now and knowing how to, like, really bleed feels like. And when people, like, are trying to kill you, right? And it's not like, let's work together, brother. This is a what's the clothesline, no, some real shit, and it gives you that grit, and I think that MMA was a blessing in guys, and it has helped me with discipline, with consistency, with, like I said, with a different perspective. Every time I'm in the ring, it's on for me, and everybody, you can see it once I come out of the tunnel or when I come out of the curtain. You guys saw it in NWA. I mean, they call me the Hammer for a reason. And I came in there. I came in there not to make friends. I came in there to get myself over. And that's what we've been doing. So MMA, I'm still training MMA. Supposed to have another match or another bout soon. I don't know when, because right now wrestling is taking my life.
Well, you popping right now in these streets.
Yeah. But I have to stay ready. And that's one of the things that I didn't do was like in the last couple months, because we've been traveling so much, it's been so much disruption to my training. But I'm getting back to it. And I need to get back to start doing and everything, ready for the next step.
When did that shift happen? When things started getting more busy for you? Because you mentioned that things went downhill. You get into MMA, but when did that second gear of your career start? Was it with NWA?
NWA, when we started Power, the first season. I think people started watching and they're like, who the fuck is this Thunder Rosa chick? Like, a lot of the old timers, they were like, Rick and Morton. I always remember, like, the first match that he saw me, he was like, excuse me, young lady, I've seen you before, but shit. When you're talking about coming here just to make a statement or getting over, young lady, you came here to get over, and you did a damn good job about it. And every time he sees me, he tells that story to everybody. So and yeah, I went there, and then they were like, you're gonna be the Hammer. This is the storyline with Melina and my dear Marty Bell, and that's what I went and did. And I honestly didn't even know I was gonna get the championship or gonna earn the championship. That came later, and I was so out of shape. This is after my fight. I gained like 20 pounds, and I was like not even exercising. You can see the little handles, like, and I'm all jacked and shit because I'm cutting weight for my fight, and then I come back all like, "What's up, guys?" Like,
had the Chichos out.
What was that?
You had the Chichos out. You had the Chichos on the side.
Yeah, dude. I see that, and I'm like, man, I never want to be like that again. Never again. You know,
Not funny.
You know, like,
yeah, but so when you went, so you went up with your career at NWA.
Mm-hmm.
When you were with Lucha Underground, it being a Netflix show, it being, you know, highly regarded within the community.
Nothing for me, but teach me how to work on TV and be like on my feet, because I was put under the fire, and I'm like, honestly, I was not ready for that. I was very, very green, and I was like tossed into the fire, and I was like, you either swim, sink or swim. And I decided to swim, even if I was sinking most of the time. It didn't translate the way that I wanted to translate.
Mm-hmm.
The fans loved the character, and it really did help me to like develop a character that wasn't me. It was Cobra Moon, and it went over. And I used to make them mad because the some of the veterans will be like having all these crazy matches, and I'll just be coming with Drago, like shaking my ass and slithering, like, I'm more over than you, and I get paid the same, huh? You know, I just learned how to like be you know, sarcastic about the whole thing, because I knew I didn't have the in-ring skills at that point. But I was working my ass off, man. It was like times in where I will live in the Bay Area. There was no lucha schools. So I'll like drive to LA or take the mega bus, stay with Holidad, because Holidad was living in LA, for a week, train for a week, come back, do all my shows, stay for a week, and then go back to LA and sleep in somebody's floor, sleep in my car, stay with my cousins. Like, I'm telling you, like, the hustle was there, and the passion and the need to get better was there always. So the last season, that's what it really kind of like pissed me off. It was the worst season that we have, and that's the season that I did the most crazy stuff, but nobody watched it. And noticed like that there's a lot of improvement from the first season to the last season, because I had more like indie shows. I was doing a lot more stuff. The style that they were requiring, I was more fearless, because I trusted all the people. But unfortunately, it didn't translate for Thunder Rosa. Then I got into the Wild thing. They put another hood on me because they wanted to get another masked wrestler. Nobody wanted to do it. And again, it's like being diverse and multifaceted. And I was like, man, paycheck is a paycheck. I'm gonna take it. At this point, I don't care. I've did it before. I did Cobra Moon the first season, and then I split from Lucha. Then they give me Serpentine, and I was just having fun with that. And I had really good matches in that show. And I remember the first season, they only gave me 3 matches. So I was pissed. Like, really, motherfuckers? Like 3? Okay, I see how it is. And you know, and then I also start seeing like a lot of like, let's keep it real, there's a lot of racism in professional wrestling in certain places. So certain comments were made about me being a masked luchador that really enraged me. And I called my husband crying that I want to leave this place right now. And he's like, why? Somebody said something really disrespectful to me, and I need to keep it quiet because I need this job. And it really, really pissed me off. Then I do the next season. I had no expectations. I was literally getting ready for my fight. This is in September. My fight is in November. And I'm in fight camp, full fight camp. So I'm like losing weight, trying to train while I'm there. They gave me 6 matches. Then I had to go back and train the whole entire weekend. I came back like I couldn't feel back or anything. But it taught me a lot, because again, some behaviors never change. Some things didn't change. I saw some treatment, some a very good treatment to some people. And I made a promise to myself that if I to create something with my husband or with my family for women, that I was going to be transparent, and that we're going to treat it with respect, and that we're going to be treated as athletes, not as like pieces of ass or whatever else it is. And you know, 2020, that's what brought a lot of women and men with you know, all the stuff that were said and a lot of the things that happened. And we created Mission Pro Wrestling to celebrate the strength of women in general.